At times, it's a hard game to assess, George. Just the power play goals. There wasn't enough like 5-on-5 game to get a great handle or a feel for it. But yeah, happy with the result. I'm gonna have to watch the game hard to get a handle on the game. Because it kind of just, I don't have a theme for it. Usually I get off the bench, not always, but I have a pretty good handle on the theme of the game, what happened, where we were good, where we need to do some work. But the risk profiles changes so drastically at 5-1 that you start to see things that you don't normally see. So I'm glad we won the game. I think we handled it reasonably well. I'll focus more on the first 30 minutes of that game for kind of answers to where the game goes next. That'll be kind of the idea.
It didn't seem like you guys were able to take momentum. How big is that in an opening of a playoff series to come on the road and to be able to kind of take the crowd out of it and get those, especially with those 3 goals in the second?
Yeah, don't mean to be a downer here, but I'm not a huge believer in momentum. Really not. Puck drops, that's your opportunity to change momentum, and it's going to happen at the opening face-off. I don't. Both teams will look at the game and find things they can do better. Some of it will be just special teams. But there isn't an established identity to the series yet. It was an unusual game in the flow of it. Road team scores the first goal. We get 2 then. Still not a lot of action in the game. There wasn't a lot of danger in the game at that point. Gets to 2-1 for the next 2 or 3 shifts I don't love. Right? They're humping now, but that's completely to be expected at home. Getting into the second, they lose Cirelli. Power play clicks. It's an unusual game. There'll be a complete reset by both teams for the next one.
Paul, in addition to what he was able to do in terms of scoring, what impact emotionally did Matthew Tkachuk's return bring to you guys?
I think what was on display was the hands. They're just, he's got an incredible set of hands. I thought his game was okay. I don't think it was, when you put it in the context, he hasn't played a hockey game in 2 months. I mean, he'd be, you or I wouldn't have any hands in that game. For him, he can still take that much time off and handle a puck the way he handles it. And the rest of it was just smartly played by him, in that I don't think he was in the rhythm of the game. But I was very happy with Mackey and Sam Bennett. I thought they played a really smart, kind of hard game and allowed Matthew to kind of get reacclimated to the game.
Paul, physicality is a big part of who you want to be and the identity of your team. I think that
you got to wait. Okay, thank you. Sorry, it took me a while. I got one eye. Just keep that in mind.
I was trying to squeeze
No,
around
it was
the corner.
good, yeah.
I think the hit totals finished 48-28. Take those for what they are. But how much do you think your physical part of the game had an impact on this game?
I didn't find it to be that physical a game. So there's been a shift, right, in how they're marked. The hits are marked, so we're getting bigger numbers. But I'll go back to our history. 2 years ago, Game 1 in Boston, I think there were 86 hits, and every single one of them was heavy. Like it was, you walked off the bench, and I'd never been in a game that heavy. We played 13 games against them in the last 2 years, and they were incredibly physical. I did not find tonight to be a physical game. There were a couple of big hits, right? Going both ways. But there wasn't, some of that's, you're not hitting when you're on the power play or you're penalty killing. Like that kind of changed it. I didn't feel it from the bench. There wasn't, I guess when you look at physicality, it's physicality in it, how it affects the momentum of the game. I didn't feel that. There was the Verhaeghe hit, that was a heavy, but there wasn't a succession of shift after shift where both teams are just forechecking. Nothing happens with the puck, but everybody's getting hit. I didn't feel that tonight.
Coach, what do you think of Mackey's first playoff
Yeah,
game and
good,
getting
right?
a point tonight?
Want him to have the confidence to drive on that puck before he throws it into Sam. I thought he didn't look like he was touching the puck and then holding it, looking to give it out, right? Like he would skate with it, he would move. What I was looking for was just legs, and I thought his legs were good tonight. Really liked that part of it for him.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks very much.
Oh, nice job, Addie.